And without further ado, I know I saw Coach G in the waiting room. Coach G, are you there?
Yeah, we're here.
Excellent. Kat, Monk, how are y'all?
Hey, what's going on?
Oh, it's so good to see you guys.
Can you see all of us?
Yeah. I can.
Yeah, right there. Boom. Hold on, I gotta do a How you doing today?
Pretty good. How about you guys?
Running around getting ready for tomorrow's event.
Oh, I bet you're so excited.
Oh, yeah. This is the first one in Oakland.
Oh, that's awesome. That is so fantastic. And I'm so glad that you were able to make time for us today because I know how busy you are. This is a huge event. And we're so excited to hear all about it and hear how our members and supporters can help you guys achieve your goals on this. This is just an amazing project, and I want to learn all about it.
Yeah. So are we getting started? How are we doing this?
Yeah, we're good to go, and we are recording. So we are live now and recording.
Perfect. So you want us to tell you a little bit about the event, or how do you want to start it off today?
Well, actually, first of all, let's hear a little bit about how you all came together and what brought you to veganism. And then I'd love to hear about the inspiration for the Heal the Hood tour and how people can participate, volunteer, donate, all of that good stuff.
Yeah. So what was it? 2 years ago now? 3? 2.5
lost track of
time. It was a beautiful sunny day in California, and I was strolling down Piedmont Avenue.
True story.
And I had my plant.
Just know that the voice, he doesn't really talk like that.
This is my story mode.
Oh, okay.
Story mode. So it was a beautiful sunny day. I was walking with my plant-based fitness hoodie that I had on, and I seen these two fellas. They were discussing something. And I walked past them and they were like, "Hey, you do plant-based fitness?" And I was like, "Yeah." and they were like, he was like, "I'm Cat Fitness and I'm Vegan Monk." And I was like, "Yeah, for real?" I was like, let's link up and start the Plant Power Brothers.
Boom, and we united.
but that's basically how I was being funny, but that is actually how it happened. I was actually on my way to this coffee shop that serves like vegan food. And both of them were right on Piedmont Avenue. The place that I was at was a gym, and it was right there. That's where I had ran my business out of, which was plant-based fitness. And then I walked past them, and they was like, they both like stopped me like shocked. They were like, "Yo," and I had already knew about.
So you know how stories change with time, right? Stories change with time, and everybody's story perception is just a mirror. It's not the truth. You know what I'm saying? So
that's my iteration.
That's what he seen that day. What happened was, in our perception, was me and Kat was just sitting out in the sun. We went. One side of the street was shady, right?
The
other side
cold.
was sunny. So we said we're gonna sit on this side of the street. We're just gonna chop it up for no reason at all, right? So we went to the same cafe.
Uh-oh, we lost you.
We back?
There we go, we're back.
Okay, so we was just sitting there, me and Kat was chopping it up about what we talk about, and then G walked by. I didn't notice the jacket. He walked by, he was probably about, 100 feet past us already.
Yeah.
And the Cat looked up and was like, look at the back of his jacket.
Uh-huh.
So we seen the back of his jacket, and it was vegan, plant-based, whatever his jacket said. And then we went and hollered at him and linked up that way. That's how it really happened.
Yeah. And then we started, the way Plant Power Brothers got together was more so, once we started talking, we all had the same mission for the community, right? We wanted to impact the community in the same kind of way, being able to motivate, educate, and inspire those in inner city communities about plant-based nutrition and physical fitness. That's all what we all had in common. So at that point, we were like, man, let's start up a podcast and do a podcast weekly on different people in inner city communities that need the information on plant-based nutrition. So we started that, and we did that for like a year. And then our schedules kind of got all crazy and hectic. So we weren't able to commit to the podcast anymore. But we still continue to do different events together in our inner city communities, educating the community on plant-based nutrition.
Oh, that is so awesome. I'm so glad that all three of you happen to have kind of a similar mission, and then you've combined your powers for good to amplify your message. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. And is the podcast still going on? Do you guys still do the podcast?
We're in reboot phase.
Yeah.
It's reboot.
Well,
at the end of the day, you know, we all, Monk wrote a book. You know,
You started a meal prep service.
I started a meal prep service.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Kat has been doing things with our apparel and stuff like that, and the different events like Heal the Hood. So we have talked about that relaunch, but you know, we definitely want to make sure that when we come with a nice plan, so therefore we can give you guys the content that you're looking for.
Oh yeah, definitely let us know anything that you all want us to help with promotion wise. Just let us know. We're more than happy to. We love working with you guys, and you're doing a lot of awesome work out there. So what inspired the Heal the Hood tour?
I'll take that one.
Yeah, of course. It's Kat's baby, so he's the best to speak on.
Well, it's been a little bit over 6 years ago since I had my own personal health scare. And every year, I would do something for the community after that health scare that happened on August 24th, whether it was going out and providing meals for the community or speaking at different community events during that time. We would do something. So this year, everything pretty much got canceled due to COVID, right? And what happened was it was speaking to me to still provide some kind of service to the community. And this was one of our first logos that we came out with that Coach G got on the Plant Power Brothers shirt that we came out with.
This is me.
I thought that was me.
No, that's me.
That's you? Okay, I guess that's me then.
Okay. That's me.
So I started thinking about a new design. And what I came up with was this new cool logo that we have for Plant Power Brothers. And I just sat there and I was like, wow, what if I was able to have our apparel and use that to create funds to feed people in inner city communities plant-based meals to introduce them to the lifestyle? Because, you know, sometimes people are a little fearful of eating plant-based foods because they don't know what it's going to taste like. For whatever reason, they don't think it's going to taste good, right? So I was like, what if we came up with an event where we provided free meals to the community, fresh produce, also come together with all the health educators that we knew to kind of do like a little mini festival, right? And I made some phone calls, reached out to a few people that I knew, start advertising our new logo, got some funds going, and then boom, Heal the Hood was born. So it's only been, almost 2 months since we first launched Heal the Hood, and the first one we did in the San Francisco Bayview district, which we got a great response. Tomorrow, we're going to launch our second event in Oakland at City Slicker Farms. They're going to be allowing us to host the event there. We got Coach G speaking, Monk, Chef Chu from the Veg Hub, Bria from Juicy Fruit, which is also a vegan meal prep service in East Oakland, and Blissfully Vegan, which is also a health coach as well.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. And you're teaming up with the Vegan Hood Chefs on this project as well, correct?
Yeah. So we're looking for somebody that makes delicious food in the community that's well known. And, you know, I let them know what we were doing, what our mission was to help educate inner city communities on plant-based nutrition. And their mission is the exact same thing when it comes to providing food to inner city communities. So once I told them what the project looked like and who we were trying to impact, they said they were down. The whole goal was to feed over 900 people. We were going to try to do it at one event, but then they were like, why don't we take it and go to each community, do one event in San Francisco, one in Oakland, and one in Richmond, and kind of spread the love. And I was like, that makes all the sense in the world. So that's how we broke it up into 3 separate events to allow more of the communities to experience it in different cities.
Oh, that's fantastic. And it makes it that much more accessible too for folks to come and try food, especially if it's right there in their own neighborhood and they don't have to travel too far to try all these great foods and get these amazing health tips from you guys who are legitimate experts. I mean, I don't know anybody better to get health tips from than you guys. And we're so lucky. We feel so lucky that we were able to get you guys right before the event is happening. And I know the big event is tomorrow. And we're actually going to be finishing our very last cooking demo is going to be with the Vegan Hood Chef. So this entire event, we're going to be talking about Heal the Hood and the amazing work that you guys are doing. Do you need volunteers for any of the events?
Well, as of right now, we have a huge amount of volunteers reaching out to us. So I think we're good on volunteers. A lot of people have hit us up on social media. It's like, how can we be a part of this? This is so great. This is what the community needs. And yeah, we're pretty good on volunteers as of right now.
That doesn't surprise me, because this is exactly the kind of thing that people love to do. It's a feel-good thing. It just brings a lot of happiness and joy in a time that is definitely lacking that. Yeah. So I really appreciate you all going out there and spreading the love and letting people know how awesome veganism is, and making it really approachable, because I do agree it can be sometimes, I think a big hurdle is that people are like, oh, I don't know, is it going to be boring? Am I just going to be eating salads all the time? Exactly. Am I just going to be eating plain pasta? And this is a great opportunity to let folks know that there's so many delicious, amazing vegan options, and just how much better it is for you, and how you can counteract all of these diseases that affect so many people.
Yeah.
If you guys could talk a little bit about that, I think people would love to hear about that.
Yeah, especially in the inner city communities where we come from, you know, a lot of people suffer from obesity, diabetes, high blood pressure, heart disease, cancer. And a lot of those things could be prevented with the nutrition that we put into our body. But due to the programming, we don't get that information. A lot of times, you know, we think that once we have some of these diseases in our community, that we just have to rely on pharmaceuticals for the rest of our lives. And better educating the community, letting them know that a lot of this has to do with the nutrition and the lack of physical fitness in our daily lives, and presenting that option. Like for me, 6 years ago, when I had my health scare, it really woke me up to what I was doing in that present moment in my life and how I was neglecting myself. And I think when more people realize, you know, how important it is for self-care and self-love, a lot of these things that we're suffering from in our communities can be reversed once we focus bringing that energy back towards ourselves, and then it can kind of spread organically throughout the community.
And you know, Kat was speaking on conditioning, and when you don't know better, you can't do better.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So you're stuck into this this diet that you've always had from day one. And I learned something just recently about why frying food is a part of our culture. Mm-hmm. Well, back in the day, we used to have to take scraps of leftover animal parts that were full of maggots and different things, and we had to deep fry them all the way through in order for us not to be sick.
Exactly.
So that turned in from something to do as far as surviving to part of the culture. We have not let that culture go, and it's killing us. We no longer have to do these things. We can go back, and the beautiful thing is we're starting to come back around to living in being with the earth. We're going back to the old ways now. We're understanding energy. We're understanding crystals and metals and eating from the ground. This is what we used to do as a culture. Mm-hmm. And then we're introduced this other culture, which we've had for so long, and this is why we are in the state that we're in right now. But I see young Black and brown people now in their 20s. I'm meeting them and they're going, oh yeah, I'm plant-based, and they're up there selling, holistic stuff at booths and stuff like that. And it's really exciting to see. So for us, it's about really taking that momentum and just running with it, because it's starting to change right now. It's a beautiful thing.
Oh, definitely.
Well, and I feel too, one of the things that I've been after is like changing the diet of working professionals. You know what I mean? And one of the ways that I was doing that was we started a meal prep business called Plant-Based Fitness Meals. And I brought my cousin out here. He's a chef he's been a chef for 20 years. He doesn't like me to brag on him, but he's an expert. So he's been a chef for 20 years. He was at the James Beer House, and I got him to actually come onto this project where we're making plant-based meals. And a lot of our clients are like working professionals, and especially during this time with the coronavirus is really big because there's a lot of people that are sitting down a lot. They're not getting enough sunshine. They're not getting enough air, enough oxygen. It's just a lot of things that will put you in a position to become sicker later if you continue the same things. And so kind of like what Monk touched on about eating more whole foods, eating more things that come from the earth. So we decided
the minerals.
Yeah, understanding how to mineralize your body. So what we did was we were like, hey, we're gonna go to the farmer's market every week, and we're gonna pick up food, and we're gonna make it, and we're gonna prepare it. And so we've had an amazing response around the people. And now the reason why I talk about that sector, because these people have kids. You know what I mean? Like, and kids learn by association, and they learn by watching. Kids don't listen to what you say, they watch what you do. And so now if a kid sees their mom or their dad choosing healthier options, they tend to do it too as well. It's like, for example, I have a son, and like he's making smoothies. Like today he just made his own smoothie, and he was like, Dad,
I need the blender.
Yeah. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he's 9. And I wasn't making smoothies at 9.
You was eating chicken, fried chicken.
I was eating junk food at 9. And so
ho-hos and ding-dongs.
Yeah, all that stuff. but I say that to say, the purpose of like allowing people to see those examples of their parents doing stuff, and then also being able to help people that have a lot of weight on them. Because a lot of people have a lot of pressure, not weight like physical weight, but I'm talking about stress of your job, not knowing if you're gonna lose your job, not knowing if, everything's kind of uncertain during this time. So this is that time where we have to hunker down on our health. We have to do like what they do in poker. We got to double down, and the reason why we do that is because these are the times that our health becomes more important. And a lot of people are seeing that, they're saying gyms are not essential. Me personally, I don't believe that. There's no way you can tell me that exercising is not essential to your life.
It's crucial.
Yeah. And so as an entrepreneur myself, I had to like think about like, okay, cool. So you're telling me that exercise is not essential.
But McDonald's is.
Yeah. And none of those places closed, but I do know that food is essential. And so that's why I was like, okay, cool. Food is essential. So let me hop myself in an essential business and flex my wings that way, And so that's the one thing I think too is just like, we all need to be focused on our health during this time. We all need to be focused on the behaviors that we're modeling during this time. And we all need to be mindful and aware of our mineralization in our body and our acidity and alkalinity.
And one thing I think we also have all in common when we speak and go to our different events, it's all about holistic health. We're not just talking about the food that we put in our body. It's mind, body, and spirit. And being able to have a strong foundation for yourself as well.
That's so true. And it's a really, I love what you all are doing with the Heal the Hood in that aspect as well, because it is about community building. Yeah. In addition to providing healthy meals, in addition to teaching folks about meal planning and making healthier choices and building in exercise plans and that kind of thing, it's also about building community and knowing that you're not the only person out there who's thinking and feeling these kind of things, knowing that there are people in the community that they can reach out to and talk to about these issues is so wonderful. And it's been proven that the largest growing vegan population is young people of color. And I think what you're doing is really tapping into that way of life and really leading these younger folks and older folks and everybody in between. And, I think I might be older than you.
I'm about to be 50. I'm gonna be 51 in 2 weeks.
Yes, sir. That is awesome. Happy early birthday.
Thank you.
Wow. See, folks, that's vegan living for you right there.
I'm a civil rights baby.
Oh, yeah. And that's the other thing that's another great thing about the timing of Heal the Hood is this is something I think everybody needs right now. A little bit of positivity and coming together, and we can build a better world together. We definitely can. We're all on the same team, and we can make this a better place.
Yeah, we are doing it. We
definitely
we can. We're doing it right now. So
exactly, it's happening. It's actually happening. And for people who want to support your efforts with Heal the Hood, can they? Where should they go to donate?
We do have a GoFundMe, so you could go onto our GoFundMe and donate there. Anytime you purchase any of our apparel on the website, it's on the Cap Fitness website as of right now. So you go to www.capfitnesswellnesscenter.com. Any of our Plant Power Brother hoodies, shirts, Heal the Hood hoodies, shirts, that's all contributing towards our event to feeding people in the community and putting on these events.
And we do have sorry.
Or you can just send it right to my bank account.
And know that Monk will do good things with it.
He's a Buddhist. He has to do the right thing.
And we do have a link on our vendors page of our event website that links to the GoFundMe. So I encourage everybody to go and make a contribution to this amazing effort. And the next stop is going to be in Oakland. I keep wanting to say, I know that we're the San Francisco Veg Society, but I recently moved to Oakland. So I keep wanting to say here in Oakland, you're going to be here in Oakland tomorrow because you will be. Yay!
So if anybody wants to stop by and check out the event, it's going to be at City Slicker Farms in West Oakland. If you want to find the flyer, you can go to our Plant Power Brothers page on Instagram. And that's Plant Power Brothers with the AZ at the end. We'll probably put it in a link somewhere so people can find it. If you want to go find the Heal the Hood page as well, you can go to Facebook and it's Heal_the_Hood. And then on Instagram, it's also Heal_the_Hood_tour on Instagram.
And we'll make sure and share the flyer on our social media as well, so that everybody will be able to see it when they go to our San Francisco Veg Society social media pages as well, because we definitely want to spread the good word.
Yeah, we appreciate all the love and support.
We appreciate you.
We love working with you guys. You're awesome. Do you have a few minutes to answer some questions from our viewers?
Yeah.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, let me just scoot on over here. I did see a couple of questions from earlier on. Let me just get back up to there.
You haven't broken any bones lately, have you?
Not that I'm aware of. That's true. The last time you saw me, I was clomping around in a big walking cast.
You had a club foot. That's what you had.
My goodness, I am like one of the clumsiest humans on earth. I just don't. I've always been that way.
Don't claim.
Yeah, I had. That was for Pride last year. We had done a little Pride fundraiser at Raina's restaurant. She's going to be doing a cooking demo at 7 as part of World Veg Fest. And we had our vegan drag queen, Honey LeBronx, all the way out from New York. And I was wearing well, you have to wear your space boots when you go see a drag queen, right? But they were my platform boots. And I had just recently gotten out of my walking cast. decided it was a good time to try those back on and fell off.
Oh,
Yep.
wow.
So yeah, I'm really, really talented at that kind of stuff. But yes, it's healed up well. Thank you for remembering. And we did have a question earlier about oh yes, somebody needed to know the exact location of City Slickers, and I actually happen to have that in front of me. So if you were one of the folks who asked about that, it's 2847 Peralta Street in Oakland, and that is on the flyer, and we will be sharing that on our social media later. So if you miss it, just keep an eye out on our social media and you will see that later today.
And they wear Heavy Red Hood Health, volume 1 and 2.
Are you aware of Heavy Red Hood Health, volumes 1 and 2?
Ooh. Ready? Say that one more time.
Give it to me again.
Travel Funds asks, have you read Hood Health Volume 1 and 2? Lots of great information on veganism for the hood.
Have you read Hood Health?
I think I read that book. I read a part of it a long time ago. I think it might be a guy from New York that created it, and I remember that particular title. I read a little bit of it, but I remember just like some of the stuff that he was talking about. He would go into different scenarios about how you can be healthier from a hood perspective. So yeah, I remember seeing a little bit of it, but I didn't read the whole book.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that one.
Long ago.
Oh, CB's Life, Paula. Well, thank you for bringing that book to our attention, everyone. And let's see. And for the event tomorrow, what time does it kick off?
It's from 2 to 5 p.m.
Excellent. And will you be having, so I know there's going to be food. I know there's going to be health tips and information. Will there be music as well?
Yeah, so we have a DJ coming out there. I believe the Vegan Hood Chefs also invited a live performer from Oakland. So that's still to be announced. We're gonna have a live performance. There are also gonna be kid activities. So City Slicker Farms is gonna do kind of like a treasure, not a treasure hunt. What are those called? It's like a treasure scavenger hunt. So they're gonna be on the farm teaching the kids about the different produce that they grow out there. They also have chickens, rabbits, and different stuff for the kid to introduce to the kids and stuff. So it's gonna be little kid activities. So yeah.
You know what? And I might even do some acapella or something like that.
We're gonna get Muck doing some karaoke tomorrow.
It just depends. Not karaoke, no music, no music, no, just my beautiful voice. And I'm trying to tell you, if I feel like it, if I really feel in
Voice of an
if
angel.
I'm feeling the spirit, you're gonna see something special tomorrow.
There you have
So
it.
you got to come and see Muck sing tomorrow.
There you have it.
So yet one more thing to add to the plethora of encouraging things to get folks to come out to the event tomorrow. You might hear Monk sing a cappella. And who would want to miss that, really?
Nobody.
Nobody would want to miss that.
Nobody.
Oh, and where can we get the sweaters, the hoodies, and the T-shirts that you mentioned earlier to support Heal the Hood?
Well, tomorrow we'll actually have them at the event. So we'll have some T-shirts printed up. If anybody's interested in stopping by, we'll have the Heal the Hood T-shirts and some hoodies. But if we don't have your size available, you can order through the website.
Excellent. And that's the Cat Fitness website, correct?
Yeah. Excellent.
And people can find that on our vendor page on our website as well at sfworldvegfest.org. So that'll be a link that's on the website in case you missed it. And we do have another question for you guys. What have been some of the biggest challenges you faced in spreading your message of health?
Challenges?
Mm-hmm.
You want to start this off, Mom?
I don't even know.
I'll take this one.
You started off?
Yeah. Well, this is what I say. I think I feel like since we're so seasoned in what we're doing now, our message is a little bit more refined, and it's like I usually don't run into too much resistance. Maybe when I first started off, and it was because I feel like when you first start off on a plant-based diet, you just think everybody's gonna die. And so you like, you know, you hop on the thing, you like, hey, you need to go vegan. And then I think as you get more into it, you start to realize that, you know, letting people come to you is the best way. You know what I mean? And so for me, whenever I'm spreading my message, I just wait for the people to come to me. I plant seeds. And I think that's the biggest thing is that we all need to be diligent farmers. You know what I mean? And so sometimes people are not ready for that message right away. But like I've had over the past like 2 or 3 years, I've had people come back to me and be like, man, you remember when you was telling me about such and such? It all makes sense now. And so, you know, for me, that's like the master teacher moment. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, they say when the student is ready, the teacher shall appear. And I think what we got to be mindful of is not force feeding the message. It's like, hey, I'm living the lifestyle, and so the message is on me. You'll see it in me. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. You'll see that I'm not in the hospital. You know what I'm saying? You'll see that I'm healthy. You'll see how my body performs. You'll see how I live my life. You know what I mean? And through that right there, that is going to be able to show you what the message is off the gate.
And I say exactly what he just said.
Yeah. I third that motion. It's been funny over the past couple of years now being referred to the guy that doesn't eat meat. When people see you in the supermarket or something, hey, you're that guy that doesn't eat meat, huh? I'm like, yeah, I'm that guy. They're like, huh? And then they just start asking you questions, right? Well, what made you do it? Well, you know, I've seen intergenerational health issues within my family, and then you're able to start relating to people, right? And breaking down those barriers, and they start feeling the message like, wow, I see the same thing in my family and what's going on. Maybe it's something to it. Let me sit here and, you know, get some more information. And over the years, I think we planted thousands of seeds in our community with this particular message. And a lot of people, I mean, I remember when I first started going to a family gathering, how much resistance I got. People thought I was sick. People thought I was dying or something. It's like, why would you do that? Why would you give up meat? And now so many of my family members asking more questions, how to make that transition, how to cut out the meat and dairy in their diet, and just being more open to it after seeing me doing it over 4.5 years now. So yeah, it's just one of those things. Continue down your journey and just live the best life that you can.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hold on, I want to say, for me, I don't even push, because I became vegan through meditation, a connection to life, like all life. So for me, I push love more than a diet, because really when you look at it, this diet is a reflection of love for yourself.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So if you can push love, which that's who we are, I believe it 100%, right? If you can give that message, it's going to translate into every part of your life. See, we don't know how to love ourselves. And when we don't love ourselves, we treat ourselves as such, right? So when you're putting all these things into your body, that's not showing love for yourself.
Abuse.
You are abusing yourself. It's the #1 most abused substance on the planet, food. So it all comes back to loving yourself. When you can truly love yourself, then you can treat yourself that way. And then you can also give this message to other people. You can also properly show love for other people. And that doesn't come from judgment. So I'm not that judgmental person like, you got to do this, you got to do that. I know everybody is where they are right now, right? But you, like G said, you give the message, you plant the seed, and you move on. And when they're ready, that seed's going to grow into something beautiful.
And then to add on to that too, one thing I always want to say is, and this is what I've noticed even myself, like I've been doing it for 11 years, and food is a journey. You know what I mean? Like food is a journey, and you're going to go through each of these parts in your journey, and you're going to learn something different. And what's going to happen when you're on that journey is you're going to get better. You know, because like, believe it or not, our digestive system changes as we mature. So the same things that you were doing when you were 20, you can't do when you're 40. You know, you tend to eat less. You tend to worry about the quality of your food a little bit more. You tend to pay attention to your digestion, your gas, all the rest of that stuff. And so for me, I approach it with a level of empathy because I know that food is a journey. You know what I mean? And I know that once we start to realize our own mortality, that, you know what I mean, like that we do have to change, those light bulbs come off. And when those light bulbs go off, then it's like, oh, you know, you become ready. And I think the biggest thing that I always say is that it's always better to be on the proactive side of health than the reactive side of health. Exactly. And so don't wait until something happens before you make that change. Listen to your body's internal system, because your body is always in communication with you. It's always talking to you. Whenever you hear your stomach gurgling, that's your body saying, hey, you know, this right here is not that good. I don't like it. You know, and it's up to us to use our own internal intelligence and be like, wait, if I get gas when I eat this repetitively, I might need to not eat it. You know what I mean? Like, or if this makes me feel like crap and makes me feel like going to sleep, then I probably shouldn't eat that either. You know, and so that's kind of where I approach it from, is like, you know, bringing it back to yourself, allowing yourself to understand that this is a journey, and don't compare yourself to other people, because you're going to be somewhere along your journey that the other person is not, and vice versa.
That's so true. And I think those words of wisdom are not just applicable for when you're talking to folks about bettering their health and adopting a healthier lifestyle, adding more fitness into their daily lives and that kind of thing. But I think it's also a good message for activists. Everybody's at a different place in their life, and sowing those seeds of love and being a diligent farmer, that's a message that can carry out throughout all of the different kinds of work that we do. Mm-hmm. Those are really strong messages.
Thank you. Thank you.
I really appreciate you guys being with us tonight. Let me see if we've got any more questions, because I know you got some last minute preps to do for your big event tomorrow. So let me see if we got a couple more questions for you. Yeah, planting those seeds and letting people come to change at their own pace. That's what also creates a lasting change. I think sometimes when we push it too hard and somebody maybe changes just to kind of get us to stop pushing, that change doesn't last. Yeah. That's a temporary change just to get you off of their back. Right. That's not change that's going to last.
And I think that's the thing. It's kind of like you want the idea to come organically from the person. You know, you don't want it to be your idea, because if it's your idea, they're going to do it when they're around you. And then when they're not around you, they're going to do something completely different. When the idea comes from them, they're committed to it, because they're like, oh, I came to this point. Yeah, I came to this point on my own.
Yeah. See, in my case, I'm sneaky with it. I will be like with my clients, I'll drop little things here and there. They're not even knowing I'm slipping them in, right? So just the other day, one of my clients said, you know, I never thought about becoming vegan. She's not vegan. She goes, but you know, the way you put things, I'm kind of thinking about it, because I'm not forcing anything. I'm just giving facts, and I'm giving facts from a loving place. And they can receive those. See, a lot of times, and I'm not saying it takes all different types of people when it comes to, you know, making this movement work. But in my case, I like to be subtle with it. And I give it from a loving place, and the information is information. A lot of times you'll get pushback if you don't understand energy. Everything is energy. Every single thing is energy. Your thoughts are energy, everything. So if you give someone this information, and even inside you're judging this person, they're gonna get that energy from you. But if you get the same information from a loving place with no attachments, and then move on, they're gonna receive this energy. It's gonna be receptive. They're gonna at least think about what you're saying. But if you do the other, they're gonna be like, you know, give you the finger. I ain't never say a bacon comment, you know what I'm saying? Do all the things that people do when they feel triggered and pushed on.
Or attacked.
They're gonna push back. And that's the thing with me, I just give it to them. It'd be like, for instance, like if you were at a football game, you know they have all the religious people outside the game, and you got someone saying, you're gonna burn in hell if you don't change your ways. You got that guy, and then you got the other person that hands you a pamphlet and said, we would love for you to come by and visit us. Which one are you going to be more receptive to? You see what I'm saying? You're going to be like, well, I don't really do the church thing, but that was a nice guy. Let me go ahead and look see what he's talking about. Mm-hmm. So that's my model. I give it from a loving place. I give the information, I give the facts, and then I keep moving. And I get a lot of people that contact me after that when I do these things. You know, I've had people come back 6 months later and say, man, I've been vegan for 6 months. I didn't want to tell you. I didn't want to tell you right away because I didn't know if I was going to be able to hang on and do it. But it's been 6 months. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, wow, I don't even really talk to this person. I just talked to him a couple times, and then he got 6 months later and said, I've been on, and I feel great and everything. So that's the way I do it. Everybody has their own way.
No, well, that's you just described seed planting. That's all it is. And I think one of the other things too is like, you know, I think always, you know, when we talk about leading by example, it's just like showing people how good food could look.
Oh,
you know
wow.
I mean? Like,
Is that mine?
yeah, this is yours. So. But you know, it's just like showing people how good food could look.
That's
and,
a cat.
No, that's
I'm
yours.
down here. See,
Oh, that's
you
cat.
being reckless with
my
food.
bad.
See, I knew cat didn't know because he would start growling. Cat.
So you know, I think that's one of the big things too. Is just like, you know, oftentimes when I get people that come eat with me, it's a whole different element. You know what I mean? Like, and I think that's another thing too. Is like we could talk about it, and then we can also have action behind it.
Be about it.
Yeah, you know, being about it is really big because it's like sometimes you got to hit people where their taste buds are, and that helps you to kind of because once you could get the idea in your mind that the vegan food don't taste like cardboard, which most people just have that in their mind. You know, like you could tell somebody.
Why are people programmed to think
I don't know.
That's the craziest thing.
I'm gonna tell you why. I know why. Because y'all way younger than me. I'm gonna tell you why. OG told me this. Back in the day, vegan food used to taste like that.
But what about the people that never lived back in the day?
They still hearing them same stories.
Right. Okay.
They hear the stories from the old people like, oh, that vegan food is terrible. They haven't had the new stuff.
Right.
That's what I'm telling you.
Hey, we do got some good questions in that chat right there.
Yeah, there are some good questions in that chat. You guys want to jump on some of those?
How much time we got left?
Let's see. We've got 5 minutes left. We have some time to address some of these.
But we make them quick.
Yeah, we can knock some of those out.
Okay, let's see. Oh no, my thing went to the top of the chat. Heavens.
I see one that says, it says, do they find the division of judgment being vegans from other races versus white vegans and black vegans?
Say that again.
It says, do you find division of judgment being vegans from other races? And I guess they were talking about versus white vegans and black vegans. So do you feel like there's a judgment in the vegan community or a separation in the vegan community between white vegans and black vegans?
Well, you know what? I've talked about this many times, and we don't have all day to talk about this, but there's a lot of vegans out there that are not people of color that, see, I'm about love across the board. They won't identify with the struggle of people of color, but they will identify with the struggle of animals.
Yeah.
They don't get it.
Yeah.
They don't get it, the oneness of it all. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna love these animals that you've never seen, you gotta love human beings that aren't like you as well. And I think that's a huge issue. And like I said, we can talk about this for hours, a huge issue in the vegan community. How you can see the suffering of one, but you cannot see the suffering of the other.
Yeah.
We had a great conversation a couple of months ago with Erica Hazel from the Berserkly Vegan about that very topic, about how part of veganism should be embracing everyone, showing love for everyone, taking a stand for the protection of everyone. And that's exactly why San Francisco Veg Society does stand with the Black Lives Matter movement, because it's extremely important. We need to fight systemic racism. We need to fight oppression. We need to be part of that fight. And that is part of being vegan.
I agree, but a lot of people don't think it is, and that's the issue.
Exactly.
And that's where we need to start breaking down some of these barriers. We need to start breaking down some of these thought barriers. And that's why I'm so grateful. It's such a weird thing to say, but I'm grateful we're able to do World Veg Fest in this way, because this is going to allow us to reach out to folks who wouldn't necessarily be able to come and see us in San Francisco for our annual event, because this will be recorded and it will be shared in a way that nothing we've done before has been. We do record all of our events, but then we usually just kind of put them on our YouTube page and there they sit. But what we're doing this time around is we're recording each of the presentations, and then we're going to be actively promoting it throughout our social media for the remainder of the year to hopefully spread the message even further and wider and reach people from all over America and hopefully all over the world with this important message.
We really appreciate you. We do.
I love what you guys are doing. We're happy to support you in any way we can. Just let me know. I'm going to keep an eye on your social media and I'll keep sharing away. And good luck with the event.
Speaking of social media, are our social medias on this?
Yeah, I tagged y'all in the posts and that kind of thing. And then we'll be, when we do the follow-up, I'll tag you again so that you can easily share when we have the recorded version out. And as soon as Marie is able to get her editing done, one of our board members, Marie, has graciously agreed to be our editor. So as soon as she's able to get all the videos edited, I'll get them up and I'll send you guys links so that you can share it on your social media as well. And I'll tag you in it too.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much, guys. Thanks for making time for us tonight. And good luck with Heal the Hood in Oakland tomorrow. I wish y'all a lot of love and keep doing amazing work out there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Definitely.
Thank you. Thanks for making time for us.
All right, have a good one.
You too. Take care.